Hello, wonderful people out there. Happy New Year to all of you. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you that has actually stood by us, like over the 5 years. And, we are still going. And thank you. And Happy New Year, once again. I hope you all had a wonderful, Christmas. And today this happens to be our first episode. And so I would just urge each and everyone to share this conversation. This is so important. We are going to talk about purpose. And we cannot do anything without purpose, especially for 2026. And so we need more young people to tune in. Kindly share this link. Invite the young ones, invite everybody. And I know that by the time we finish this conversation, you have a renewed mindset. You'll be energized, and also you'll be empowered, as to how you can align your values and your thoughts and everything, to have a meaningful life. And so today we are touching on finding one's calling, living intentionally, aligning actions with values, and building a legacy in 2026 and beyond. And the inside view is blessed, to have an amazing, pastor, author, entrepreneur, and also a youth, leader, and also community head. Who is so well, versatile and also well read in this area. And we are so privileged to have Pastor Kofi Amoateng Owusu, who also happens to be a leading pastor of New Joy Church International. And so, Pastor Kofi, welcome to the Inside View once again.
Anna, it's always a privilege to be with you. Greetings to your cherished viewers and Happy New Year to everyone. I think it's the best time to have this conversation, and God bless you for your work and what you are doing. The impact that you are creating is amazing. This is the best time to have this conversation. After this conversation, the whole year is for somebody. And so thank you for having me.
My pleasure. You've written books, you've done seminars, you've done workshops on purpose. And purpose is an important topic that to me it should be sensitized, about. Because it's a question that makes you think deep about who you are, why you are here, where you fit in, and also who am I. Purpose helps you to answer these questions. And so today, you being an author of several books on purpose, I think is in the right direction for you to educate us on purpose, and also how we can support our young ones, especially the teens, the preteens, and also our young adults in identifying their purpose in life. So to begin this conversation, with, I know you've introduced yourself, several times, but for the purposes of the, our new audience who have never heard of you, who have never heard about, Kofi Amoateng Owusu, who have never heard about, the things you've written about, and many more. Could you please share just a little bit about yourself, please?
Nana, thank you so much. For the purpose of this conversation, I will introduce myself in this way. And I want people to pay attention the way I'm introducing myself. And if they are watching me, I want them also to introduce themselves for us. Nana, this is who I am. I am a person that have found himself, and until I die, I want to help many young people, especially, to discover their reason for their birth and move forward to make impact with their lives. That is why today I am a leader and a life coach. I am an entrepreneur. I am an author, and I'm a pastor over the last 12 years. Growing up, I realized something in my life that I lost my parent, I lost my mom at the age of 8, and that threw me into a very difficult situation, a situation where some of them I cannot even share here, but those of the African origin may have had an idea of some of these things. Selling stuff on the wayside at a tender age of 9, 10, 12, 13. Right through my teenage years, I carried things on my head. The first time I entered into a sports stadium, I was selling water. You can imagine my size and pushing me around and all of that. Until my late teens, where I really wanted to come out of this kind of poverty mindset and poverty mentality and poverty situation, did everything that I could to pass my exams, but could not get a university to enter into. Not because I did not pass, that strangely mysterious things began to happen in my life. Until one day, I locked myself in a room, cried out because I come from a Christian family where my father will wake me up for a Bible study and stuff like that. And I got so angry at this point of my life that I cried that this God should speak to me. At around 1 a.m., after just staying in my room alone and praying loudly and crying anger for over 14 hours, I believe that God entered into my room through Christ and shared some things with my life. And this is my story. Now, the way I introduce myself is who I am, found my purpose. My purpose is to now help other people who are going through what perhaps I went through, or who perhaps have not gone through, but with what I have received, I can empower them to do what God has created them to become. And that's why I'm a leader and a life coach. That's why I'm an entrepreneur in the community and in the nations. That's why I'm author of several books. And that's why I'm a pastor. Okay. Somebody who is watching me, at the end of this, we want you in this discussion to begin to think and also define your life. Not the way I've defined my life, but define your life based on some of the things that I've just shared. Okay, so Nana, this is who I am today.
Thank you so much. To anyone that's just tuning, we are talking about purpose today, and this interview is going to help us answer questions like, why do we need a sense of purpose? What are the benefits of finding purpose? What does purpose feels like? And so this, and many more. And so it's, tonight it's going to be very, very interesting. And we just urge each and everyone to please share this conversation. And I promise you, your life will take a different turn. And so please support us. Support us to build our community, especially. Please do so. And we want, more people to be more empowered, especially in 2026. And so please do help us. Yeah. So Pastor Kofi, to the lay person, what is purpose?
Very, very, very important question. Nana, I want to answer your question directly today. And so we will go as much as we can go. Nana, purpose is simply understanding the reason why you are created. Understanding the reason why something is created. That is simply purpose. Let me stick with that for a little bit. When you understand why you are created, you have understood your purpose. If you do not understand why you are created, you don't understand, you don't have a sense of purpose. Everything was created, or everything is created for a purpose. Nothing more, nothing less. You see, the chair in your room right now, it has a purpose. If you don't know the purpose of the chair, what do you think is going to happen? Some of you, if we don't know, we will be carrying the chair instead of the chair carrying us. So everything that was created has a purpose, and everything you can think of. The kettle in your room has a purpose. If you want to make a pounded yam food or a jollof rice food, you don't put it in your kettle and put it on because it will make heat. No, because the kettle was not made for a purpose. The watch hanging on top of me, you can see. There is a reason why the person that created it made it. If all these items I am mentioning, you can mention 1 million items. The car you drive, you don't sit on top of the car. You sit in the car and then you learn how to drive and the car takes you. So purpose, number one, or simply put, is the reason why something has been created. And if we human beings create things and have a reason for creating it, then how much more we human beings who are made in the image and the likeness of God? Depending on the question, I'll come on that. How much more, I repeat, a human being who are made in the image and in the likeness of God. And now for you to understand purpose, try buying something that you think you like and watch what will come with it. Anything that you buy, it comes with what we call manual. The question I also have for you, Nana, or the question I have for as many that are watching us is, why do you think there is a manual to everything that you buy? What is inside the manual? To answer that question for you, the manual that comes with every item you purchase on Amazon or on eBay or on any platform comes with the product that you buy, contains the reason why the person or organization that bought it has for it. So you buy a car from Toyota. When you open the trunk of the car, you will have the Toyota manual. In that manual, you will learn how to change your oil, when to change your oil. You will learn that you probably have a spare tire in the car that you may not even be aware. You will learn how to change your tire. You will learn how much air should go in your car. You will learn every part of the car so that the car can function properly. Nana, so simply put, this is purpose. Purpose is to understand now as a human being your reason for existence. If you don't understand the purpose of a thing, there is a probability that you abuse that thing. If you don't understand the purpose of a thing, you abuse that thing. If you don't understand the purpose for which you are created, it is very easy for you to abuse yourself. And now that's why this discussion you and I are having is so important. We are living in precarious times. What I mean by that is we are living in a time of what I call the paradox of progress. And what I mean the paradox of progress is that on one side, it looks as if everything is good, especially for those of us who travel around the world or running from Africa to come to Europe, where you come. I remember the first time I came, I bought a whole milk, 1 liter milk, and drank all of it. And in half an hour, I was panting for the gents or for the toilet, because I'm coming from a place where I never drank milk. So I thought that coming to Europe, everything is going to be well. The shopping centers are there. You can buy what you want. You can drive the car that you want. What is a paradox is, on the other side, more and more people are getting depressed. More and more people are getting stressed. More and more people are committing suicide. And I don't know whether you are aware of this, and your listeners. In the UK alone, not less than 7,000 men commit suicide every year. And these are men with 1 head, 10 hands, legs, no amputated, no problem with amputated legs. But these are fully able men and women who are killing themselves. The number one sickness in the United Kingdom, for somebody who doesn't know, is depression and suicide. Not cancer, not headache, not lung disease, but depression, anxiety, and suicide. If you like, Google it, you will find it.
Great. So,
These are as a result of what I call purposelessness. When you don't know who you are, Nana, you sell yourself shit. So purpose, coming back, is the reason why something exists. And as a human being, God created you with a purpose in mind and for a purpose. It is now up to you to discover the purpose. Number two, purpose is the source of direction as to where and how you express what God has given to you. Purpose is the source of direction in order to express yourself better in the world. That is purpose. If you have that understanding that I gave you and you add this to it, really, it's going to really do what? It's going to really help you. Number three, purpose is the central life organizing aim. Purpose is the central life organizing aim. In other words, when you find the reason why you are created, it is what forms the center of your life and drive your life. Without it, your life has no center. You are moving left, right, doing everything you think you should be doing, yet you don't find fulfillment. Nana, I'll pause on this, and as we go, I'll open up with more questions. But this is purpose with the simple example that I've given you. Check every item in your room and you discover the purpose of it. Check every item you bought. It comes with a small paper or sometimes it comes with a big book, which we call the manual. And the manual contains how you can use effectively what you have bought. Many of us, when we buy something, we only use about 10% of that thing that we bought. Until we read the manual, we are not effective with that. Nana, many people are living 10% of their potential. That's why they are confused. That's why they are depressed. That's why they are anxious. So perhaps the most important topic is what you and I are talking about. And I'll rest there and open up more as we progress. This is purpose.
Yeah. So would you say that purpose is something one can create or discover? I mean
you can't create purpose, but you can discover purpose. Okay? Nana, stay with me. You can't create purpose, but you can discover purpose. Your future is not ahead of you. Your future is trapped on your inside. I'll say it again. Your future is not ahead of you. Your future is trapped on your inside. A lot of people are confused because they are chasing something they are not. When that which is inside of them already is, when that which they should be is inside of them. I don't know whether you understand it. Okay, so we don't create purpose. And you come on, let them leave you on so that we can connect on that. Let them leave you on. You don't create purpose. You discover purpose. Let me ask you a question. Does the fish create how to swim? No. Does a bird create how to fly? Where does a fish learn how to swim? Inside of him. Where does a bird learn how to fly? Inside of him. It is natural for a bird to fly. It is natural for a fish to do what? To swim. Now let me say this and put it so people understand. Everybody is born genius. Watch something and listen. But what do you think will happen to the fish if he thinks that his geniusness should be determined by how high he can climb a tree? What do you think will happen to that fish within 3 months or within 3 minutes?
It will die.
It will die. Because, let me put it this way, purpose is inside. That's why I said your future is inside. I'm giving you this example because everybody can relate to it. If the fish says he's going to climb the tree in order to fulfill purpose, that fish will die, because whatever God created, he also designed to function properly. Whatever God created, he designed to function properly. Let me give you that example again. God created the fish and he designed the fish to function properly in water. So the moment the fish says that he will function on the surface of the earth, even if it does not die, you see it begin to do this. It begin to do this. That is the fish being depressed. That's the fish being stressed. That's the fish being depressed. If the bird is created and designed inside to function by flying, the bird also goes into the sea, and the bird says, I will live in the sea. The bird will die in the sea. Nana, this is the problem we're having. Man is created and designed to function effectively. When man do not find why is designed and created and designed to function effectively, the result is depression, the result is stress, the result is destroy yourself, the result is smoking your life out, the result is alcohol addiction, the result is husband beating wife at home, living into the prison, and this is what we are having in society. You don't create purpose. God created you, and God designed you. Your assignment on earth is to find out why God designed you, and you begin to live. Just the same way, as long as the fish give birth in water, its children eat from the water, grow from the water, they are designed to swim effortlessly. Nana, we are genius. We are designed and created to live life effectively. We are not, as we are talking now, because of lack of purpose. And this is the problem of the world. The number one problem in the world is this.
Great. I think sometimes we get confused about just its purpose, about career, helping others, or personal growth.
Good.
Because many a time when we see successful people, we think, they are living their purpose. So would you say that this purpose about, a career, personal growth, or simply, helping others?
But I'm going to make it very simple to you and your audience on this. Okay? I will not even say purpose. I will say true purpose. Okay? And I'm going to give you 10 qualities that everybody should check their lives, and then will help them to answer the question that you answered. Number one, true purpose. Because people can have purpose for anything, but this is it. True purpose is not about self. True purpose is about impacting people. There's a difference. True purpose is not about self. True purpose is about impacting people. Number one, true purpose is not man-made. True purpose is God-made, because it is God that created you, and he had an intention for created you. So true purpose is not man-made. True purpose is God-made. True purpose does not give you a career. True purpose gives you a calling. They start with CC, but they are not the same. I'll say it again. True purpose does not give you a career. True purpose gives you a calling. I'll come to this one. True purpose does not give you a job. True purpose gives you work. I'll say it again. True purpose does not give you a job. True purpose does not gives you work. I'll point here and make a statement. I pray for everybody that what you find doing does not feel like a job to you. Rather, it feels like a work to you. Now listen. Have you heard somebody say, my job is killing me? This job is killing me. You wake up in the morning, this job is killing me. Do you know by research, and this is not biblical, do you know by research that the day of the week people report depression and stress is on Monday mornings in the UK and around the world? The day of the week that a lot of people report stress. I can't come to work. You call the work and say, I can't come to work today. I'm not feeling well. Or go to BRI or the hospital or wherever you are and say, I'm not feeling well. The day people call to make reports out of Monday to Sunday is Monday. Because a lot of people, what they do on 9 to 5 is a job. is not work. Job has stress attached to it. Job has depression attached to it. That's why I said, I pray that what you do, I pray that it doesn't feel like a job, but it feels like a work. Do you know that Jesus never mentioned the word job in his statement? Jesus will make a statement like this: I must do the work of the one who called me. Night is coming where no man can work. He said, my Father work, so I work. So, true purpose does not give you a job. True purpose gives you work. Work is an assignment. It's something I do that gives me joy. It's something I do that makes me beneficial to others. Job is something I do, even though it looks I'm serving people, actually it is for me. So I always tell you, if people want to find out whether what they are doing is a job or work, they should ask themselves this question: if they stop paying me for 1 week, will I go back? And now what you and I are doing, we were talking, 5 years, you have not received pay, yet you are doing it. That's a characteristic of true purpose. Let everybody ask themselves, what you do from 9 to 5, if they stop paying you, will you do it? If the answer is yes, then what you are doing is a work, not a job. If the answer is no, then you have to listen to this conversation and discover yourself. I've pastored for 12 years and I've never been paid, yet I'm just coming. Look at me, I'm just coming. What makes me keep going? It is work. It is not job. It is true purpose. Again, I've not finished. I'll help you. True purpose live life from the true purpose does not live life from the outside in. True purpose live life from the inside out. There's a difference. Now, let me make a statement to help somebody. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. If there is no enemy within you, the enemy outside can do you no harm. That's why the fish swims from inside out. The fish does not swim from outside in. It is bound to swim. That swimming is inside of him. So your future is trapped on your inside. Stop looking at your future from tomorrow. It's trapped on your inside. If somebody gets it. True purpose does not live from the outside in. True purpose live from the inside out. Anna, I have not finished. True purpose does not end in retirement. True purpose ends when you die. There's something I found doing that if you sack me from a job, I will still function. If you take my job from me, I will still function. Because it was not given to me by you. It was put inside of me by the time I was born. That's what we are here to discuss. So people get it right. True purpose does not end in retirement. That's why when people go on retirement, they slow down and they go down quick, if you like, check for history. Anybody that does not retire, because man was not created to retire. Man was created to function until he dies. So get the difference, because what you may have found is not true purpose. It may be some purpose, but it's not true. And this is we are here for true purpose. Now let me go forward. True purpose does not make a living. True purpose makes a difference. Let's get understanding. True purpose does not just make a living. True purpose makes a difference. True purpose does not compete. True purpose complement. So what I'm doing and what you are doing, you are not my enemy. As you go, I also can go. The world is too big for all of us. So true purpose does not compete. True purpose complements. True purpose does not live life by default. True purpose lives life by design. So as the fish does not swim by default, the bird does not swim by mistake. It flies because it is designed to fly. The fish swims because it is designed to swim. When you find purpose, you do something because you are designed to do it, not living by default. I'll go forward again. True purpose True purpose does not just give you finances, it gives you fulfillment. True purpose does not give you just a skill, it gives you a gift. And are you getting what we are saying? That is true purpose. And so people should check their lives and let us know whether they have it or they don't have it. If you don't have it, the conversation tonight is, and very serious, I sense a very strong presence of God in this place, because the moment we begin to talk the heartbeat of God, and it's not just God, I am being as practical as possible. You should live your life. This is not Bible. No, I'm here to change life. And for men and women worldwide, listening to us everywhere you are, really understand. So every question you have, bring it. But now I've given you about 10 of it. It is not what you are trained to do. It is what you are born to be. There's a difference between I'm trained to do something and I am born to be something. So we can become two medical doctors. One, we are all trained, but one is trained to do it. I am born to do it. When you meet such doctors, you will see the difference between them. One, when you stop paying them, I tell you, they will not come. They will find another job. One, you stop paying them, they will keep working. Not that they don't want money, not that they don't have to pay bills. I told a young man that came to my office for counseling and mentorship not too long ago, your life must be driven by purpose, not by what is out there. It is purpose that drives your life like a car. Without it, life has no meaning. Without it, abuse is inevitable. And that is the reason why the facts are out there today. That is the reason why the statistics are out there today. I can pull it down for you. You can pull it down as you are watching. Type what is the number one sickness in the United Kingdom. And that sickness is connected because we are like fish that have decided not to live in the sea, but we have come on earth and we are flapping. We will give you water. We will give you food. That fish will not be satisfied. We will give you car. That fish will not be satisfied. Do you know that our mental health institutions are overflowing? Anna? Yeah. Yes. If my line of work, we called a mental health institution for a young person that came to me. We couldn't find one. The one we found was about 10 to 15 miles away from where we live, because the ones around us all are full with young people, especially between today it has even come to 12, 13, 14, 15 to 45. And it is because if we were fish, we have decided not to live in the sea. We want to live on earth, and we are not designed to do it. So Nana, that's the difference, to answer your question.
I mean, wonderful. Before you continue, so anyone that just tuned in, today we are talking about finding one's calling, living intentionally, aligning actions with values, and building a legacy in 2026 and beyond. I mean, so far, Pastor, has touched on a lot of important things. But in moving forward, I just want to ask, how do you find your purpose? What are the benefits of knowing your purpose or finding your purpose? And how do we make purpose a daily practice, not just a motivational quote?
Nana, that's 3 questions in one. You have loaded me. Yeah. You have loaded me. So
time.
Yes, I want us to look at the first question. How do you find your purpose? That's very good. Yeah. Okay. The purpose of everything is in the mind of the creator that created it. For somebody who's writing. So when I buy something from Louis Vuitton and there is a problem, I don't take it to Toyota to solve it for me. When I buy something from Primark and when I came and I put it on, it does not fit me, do I take it to TK Hughes to change the product.
TK Maxx.
TK Maxx. Thank you. No. Why do you always go back to the person who sold you that thing? Because the purpose of a thing is in the mind of the person that created it. Anybody that is listening to me, number one, if you want to find your purpose, you have to go back to God. Why? Because He's the one that created you. That's why I call the Bible, Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. Basic instruction. You call it Bible. I call it B, basic. I, instructions. B, before. L, living. E, earth. You can function without it, but you can function effectively and better with it. You can breathe without it, but you can breathe and have peace of mind with it. The same way when I buy a car and I want to find the purpose of the engine, the purpose of gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, the purpose of the spare tire, I just need to read the manual of that book. The manual of the human being is the Bible. Nana, everything that works in life is connected. I want somebody to write it down. You see, the camera you and I are using is connected to something. If you like, take it out of that thing. It does not stop being a camera. It does not stop being a microphone, but it simply does not work. Why? Because it is disconnected. I think that a lot of people are disconnected. And even if they are connected to God, they are not connected right. Everything that works in life, you can think it, you just think what I'm telling you. It is true scientifically. It is true physically. It is true even if you say you don't believe God. Anything that works, your TV is connected, and your TV works because it's connected. And it is usually connected and it is working because it is connected to a power source. So you pick the beautiful fan in your room, and there's a plug next to you. Do you know that there's power that is connected to your plug? So when I plug my fridge, my TV in, my fridge in, my cooker in, my kettle in, my everything in, it begins to work. Many of us are disconnected from the power source. And so, yes, we still wear clothes, we still look nice, but we are depressed. But we are stressed, we are anxious. So to answer the question number one for somebody, if you want your life to work, my recommendation to you is you must be connected to the power source, the person that created you. He alone knows the reason why he created you. He created you with a mandate. That mandate is the same for all of us. The mandate for every human being is to win, to lead, to manage, to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish. God did not create you and design you to be depressed. The same way God did not create the fish to be depressed. But if the fish leaves its eco territory, that fish is going to be depressed. So to find your purpose, you must be connected to God. There are 7 ways, there are 7 things that statement means. And it is in my book, Alive for a Purpose. Let me find a chapter and give it to somebody. It is in chapter 85. When you look at the word purpose, P-U-R-P-O-S-E, P-U-R-P-O-S-E. Nana, I use that as an acronym for purpose. Page 85. Let me go there and help somebody in a brief way. Finding purpose.
Please, before you go to the page, can you please show the book, to our audience? I think I don't have mine here with me, so that if anybody wants to get hold of it, it's on Amazon. And so get a copy, and this is a loaded book, Alive for a Purpose by Kofi Amoateng Owusu. And you can get this as a birthday present, a Valentine present, for your loved one. Yes. And so let's invest in books. And this book, I will personally, I'll say, just recommend this book for you. And I've read this book back to back, several times. And so I know what is in it. And so I can just keep this good book to myself. And so just go on Amazon and look for Alive for a Purpose by Kofi Amoateng Owusu. Thank you.
Okay. Nana, P. So when I mean connect to God, this is what I mean. It's not go to church, clap hands and go. No, that's not what I'm talking about. P is prayer. Prayer is the way we connect to God. When I say connect to God. In prayer, you will do you. You stand for understanding the mind of God. You understand the reason why he created you. And that becomes your purpose. Yeah. R will help you to know what is risk and what is not risk in your life. P-U-R. P will let you know. Let me look into it. It has, yeah. P in it will help you to plan your life. O, your observation will be open. S is solve problem. You know, when I was introducing myself, I told you the problem that I was growing up in. Today, I have simply turned that problem around, and that problem was my purpose. For many of you, yeah, God has tried to get your attention for a long time. When I coach people, the first point is their story. Your story contains your purpose, especially if you are in the second trimester of your life. Life is divided into 4, the same way you have 4 seasons in life. The first 21 years is your morning season. That time you are waking up. That's the time you learn yourself, you discover yourself, because it's inside of you. The second side of your life is like the afternoon season. It's a summer season of your life. That's the time you are very strong. And now, do you remember when you were 22, 25?
Don't go there.
Look at when you used to climb the stairs. That time, the reason why God has created you and designed your body in that way is because you are like the sun peaking at 12 in the day. You have the strength to fulfill purpose. But because people do not find it in the first one, they struggle in the second one. Then the third. Then the fourth is legacy building, which you want us to talk about later.
Yeah.
That's why you build legacies. That's why you train the next generation, your grandchildren. So if you look at the way God has created and designed us, it is for purpose and precision. And your assignment is to discover it. By the way, the word discover simply means to uncover what is covered. And I say it again. When we say discover, to uncover what is covered. Now you cook in the house. You put the stew and everything, you cover it. And Elaine comes to the bedroom worrying you. Mommy, I need food. Mommy, I need food. You will be angry with her. Because if she goes to the kitchen, she doesn't need to put the kettle on. She doesn't need to put the fire on. All she needs to do is to do a little searching to uncover the wache, the jollof rice, the shito that you have done for her. This is what God wants us to do. So discovery is everything has been prepared for you. Everything has been done for you. Your assignment is to uncover it. And let me add this to it. God does not hide from you. God hides for you to find. And so your purpose is not on the outside, it's on the inside. He created you, nice face, nice body, but on the inside, he has put everything in there. Your future is not ahead of you. Your future is trapped on your inside. So listen to this conversation to help you. So S is solve problem. Your purpose is in a problem you have to solve. There is something that makes you angry. It does not make me angry. There are things you hear, it makes you laugh. It does not make me laugh. Why? Because what makes me laugh is not what makes you laugh. And what makes me cry is not what makes you cry. That means that even though we are all wired different, there are things that God has put inside of us that when we find, life becomes a joy. Life becomes fulfillment. Life becomes peace even when you are going through storm, because you know that you've got it and it's inside of you and no man can take it away from you. I can lose my job, but I cannot lose my work. I can lose my job, but I cannot lose my assignment. Therefore, I cannot lose my peace. This is purpose. E is expectation. So Purpose. When I'm connected to God, I pray. When I pray, I understand his mind. With understanding, I will take a risk you will not take. With that, I will plan my life based on what he has shown me. And then I will Purpo, I will observe. I will see things around me. That's when I see problem. And then I will solve problem. I'll plan my life, and I will expect only to live in joy and peace, no matter the challenge that comes around me. So number one, connect to God. Number two, seek mentorship. Seek mentorship. Another problem for this generation. Seek mentorship. And when I was struggling and I began to find myself, I thank God for many mentors God will put in your way, God will bring your way. What I'm doing is mentorship for somebody for free of charge. I learned that there's somebody called Miles Moreau who I felt like he had the same story like mine. Whose book are you reading? Who are you listening to? What music do you listen to your room? It all matters. He was coming in London, 6 hours away from here. I left everything I was doing and I went to him. A capacity of about 20,000 people were in the auditorium. It was a whole day's gathering with him. And halfway, we had a break. And he wanted to just come out and drink water. I descended from where I was sitting in the 20,000 congregation. And I was walking towards him in 2011 to 2011, before he died. And his entourage felt that I had bomb in my pocket, and so they should stop me. They held me back, but I was still pushing through, holding this book in my hands. And he looked at me and he told the entourage, let him come. He is a lion. Let him come. He is a lion. And he said, what do you want? I said, I have this book. You have inspired me. I want to give it to you, but I want you to mentor me. And before he died, he mentored me for a period of time. Mentorship. A mentor is one who knows where you are going, where you have been, or where you want to go, and can help you to avoid mistakes and drive you and empower you to get there. Because of time, the first question, I'll answer it in two. The second question is, what is the benefit of purpose? You live a life of peace. You live a life of direction. Not that you will not have struggle, but you always sail through. Nana, let me ask you a question. When you put a seed in the right soil, what happens to the seed?
Well, it just germinates.
That's it. So I want you to see purpose as a seed. All it needs is the right soil. When a seed falls on the right environment, Nana, it just blossoms. Over time, that mango seed, do you know that in 50 years can become a forest? Because when you eat the fruit, every fruit carry a seed, and every seed carry fruits. Every fruit carry a seed. God created the tree, but he designed it to carry a seed. That's the purpose of a mango tree. So when you eat and throw down, one seed grows. That's why purpose is not for me, it's for others. Because you plant one mango, it brings you about 20,000 mangoes. And when you eat the 20,000 mangoes and you leave it on the same soil, in 3 years to come, what happens? It becomes a whole forest. So the future of a mango is not out there, it's inside the mango seed. That is who you are. That is how God also created us. Understanding is coming. So purpose is not what you do. Purpose is why you do what you do. That's why when I was starting, when you asked me to define myself, I didn't define myself as a leader, a pastor, an entrepreneur. I said that I am one who has found himself, want to help other people to found yourself. Purpose is usually a statement that you make that has the capacity to birth vision. That's the benefit. purpose will birth vision, not a joke. Purpose will birth vision. Let me help you with one, a very popular person. Do you know that Nelson Mandela's purpose was not to become a lawyer? Nelson Mandela's purpose was this. Let me help you. A statement is that he will help free South Africa from the system of apartheid. That was his purpose. His vision included that by becoming a lawyer, he will be useful to stand in a position to help his people. That's how come for 27 years, when the man came, you saw purpose on legs. It's called vision. You can imprison a man, you can imprison me, but you cannot imprison the power of my purpose. Mary Teresa's purpose was not to give food to the poor. It was to alleviate poverty from people. Food was the instrument. Philanthropy was the way for it to fulfill the purpose. So it is not what you do. It is why you do what you do. The why is not what we are discussing. It's not become a doctor. It's not become a lawyer. It's not become a car driver. No. Why do you want to become it? And when you find it, the qualities I've given you all aligns with it. And these are the benefits. Focus, peace of mind, direction, and sanity in the mind. This is it. The UK is hearing us. Let them hear us. And this is what should be taught in schools, but it is not taught in schools. This is what should be taught to our children, but it is not taught to our children. So we are going to see more depression. I'm not a customer. I'm not a prophet of doom. But I pray that people will want to take this further. Not only about writing a book. You see, he said we should be fruitful. I told you something that shocked you the last time. God never said be seedful. He said be fruitful. Why? Because the seed is already in you. He only told you to go and do what he didn't give you. The seed is already in you. And it's a worldwide truth that you cannot be fruitful without a seed. So God, somebody said God made a mistake. God should have said be seedful, be fruitful. God didn't say be fruitful because the seed of greatness is in each and every one of us. Yours is to discover it, uncover what has been covered. That's the word discovery. Your third question, remind me of that.
I said, how do we make purpose a daily practice?
Good.
And not a motivational quote.
I am going to make 5 statements that will anchor all 3 questions. Number 1, discover it. D, discover it. How do you make it a daily one? That you get to a level that it becomes a daily occurrence in your life. The fact that I said that it's not your job, it's your work, does not mean that it does not give you money. It will give you money. It will give you more money than it gives you a job, that a job does. But the way you are going to do it is different. Number 1, if you want it purpose to get to a level where it's going to envelop your life and then impact the people around you, it can go. Jesus impacted the whole world with his purpose. That's why we still mention his name. Nelson Mandela impacted a whole nation with his purpose. Minimum, you can impact your whole community with your purpose. It can grow bigger. Fruit. Multiplication is bigger than fruit. Replenishment is bigger than fruit. Subdue is bigger than fruit. It's up to you. Discover it, number 1. Second, D is dedicate yourself. It is in dedication we become better. The problem with this generation is that when they find something, they want you to pay for it in a minute. You are shortcutting yourself. I told you yesterday, I have pastored for 12 years and I never asked for money. Nana, I'm not lying, you were there on my birthday. Up to today, the things I've received, I've not even opened some of them. Purpose first to the level that when people begin to bless you, one person blessing in your life is more than 100 an employer paying you. So dedicate. Dedicating calls for service. That's the D. Then you move to the third D. Help me. I'm speaking from my heart and my spirit. First is discovery. 2 is dedicate. 3 is develop. You dedicate yourself. You know, that's why we use the word practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So the more I dedicate myself by serving, by helping, by doing things, I begin to develop myself. Now, that's 3. 4, you now deploy yourself. After development, you deploy yourself. What am I sitting down here? I'm deploying myself. What I'm discussing with you is something that has taken me 20 years. So I speak with confidence and I speak with authority, not because of anything. It is inside of me. I discovered myself. I discovered it. I dedicated myself by serving other people. If you can't serve people, you cannot lead people. And it is big what God has for you. Then I develop myself. So you see the reason why you need to find purpose before you decide what course should I do at the university. It's not do a course first and then find purpose. So Nelson Mandela discovered his purpose statement first before he decided that law will help me to be positioned so that when I speak, the people in apartheid will hear me. This is it. So you develop yourself, you now deploy yourself. So look at the difference between the discover and deployment. There's a gap. And that's how God is. Yeah? Then number 5, you achieve dominion. Dominion is when your purpose now begins to rule, begins to reign, begins to touch lives, begin to impact society, community, nations, the world. That answers your third question for me.
Yeah.
5 Ds, from the bottom to the top.
Wow, this is very deep.
Yes.
From discovery, dedicate yourself. You develop yourself. You deploy. The last one, you have the dominion.
You remember Genesis 1:26, and let man have dominion over the earth. Not dominion over people, dominion over the earth. And the process is what I've just told you. The beginning is the seed of greatness in you that we are calling true purpose. You may have something that is similar, look like, and you know that the photocopy of a page is not the same as the original page.
Oh, never.
Yes. So we are not calling photocopies here. We are talking about the original purpose here. So your purpose, simply to add to it, is to become the best version of your original self that God has placed inside of you. That's purpose. To become the best version of your original self. Remember, it's not out there, it's inside.
It's inside.
Life is lived better from the inside out and outside in. Let what you do not be a job to you, but let it be a work to you. I pray people have a bit of wisdom by God's grace to be able to grasp some of the things that I'm sharing. I'm making it simple, practical, give you examples. That's it. So then this is why we encourage mentorship. My mentoring program, maybe you give me opportunity at some point to share about it. It's there. When you come on, we'll take you through this. Everyone is born genius. There's a seed of greatness in each and every one of us. And we don't have to fight one another. We have to complement each other. Even if we are competing, we compete in a healthy competition. Listen, and I'll take what we are discussing and put it in society and give yourself 1 year. I'm telling you, the whole society is going to live in a beautiful, powerful way. Yeah. And this is how God designed us. He created us and designed us. So if you think you are from monkey, you are gone completely. You live a monkey life. Unless somebody tells me that what you go and see in Asda, it came by itself. Every product you pick in Asda was created by somebody. If you believe that, how much more you as a human being?
we just want more people to tune in and also to share. If you're not able to, tune in now, make time and listen to this life transforming message. And don't keep, after listening to it, don't keep it to yourself. Just share it.
Yeah.
Pass it on, to another person. And we just want to transform lives. We just want people to live a purposeful, life. To live intentionally, to align their actions with values, and also to build a legacy. It's all about building legacy. But you cannot build a legacy if you do not know your purpose.
Yeah.
You cannot build a legacy if you can't align your actions with your values. You cannot build a legacy if you can't find your calling. And your calling is your purpose. And so tonight, it's all about empowering, this generation, to live a wonderful life. I mean, that's all that I can say. So, Pastor Kofi, can one's purpose change over time?
I would say purpose will evolve over time.
Evolve, okay.
Yes, I want us to use that correct word. Purpose will evolve over time. You see, you discover yourself more. It's like driving. You see the road, but the more you go, the road becomes clearer. If you have noticed, those of us who have driven or you've driven or you are in the car, the more you go, the purpose becomes clearer. I thought my purpose was to write books, for instance, and I wrote books, and I discovered that now I can use my books as a coaching material. So at that point, my core purpose is still the same, but it has evolved into another thing. Then I discovered something that, if I go into business, I can still connect with people and fulfill my assignment with them. So you see, the core of my purpose is still holding, but you realize that there have become a lot of branches. So it is one tree, but the branches begin to come along as you begin to grow. And this is the beauty of knowing God's purpose for your life. The only thing that I would say is bigger than purpose is being born again, what Christ has done. And everyone that has been born again or is born again today, the next thing on your agenda is to understand God's purpose for your life. You are not born to make a mistake. Your birth is not a mistake. And many people feel that way. Your birth is not a disaster. Some of the people that have inspired me, they have no hands, they have no legs. In my book, chapter 2, I study about men that it looks as if they were born with no hands. But today, when you look at them and you see them, and because they understood the conversation we are having, you will cry because they have become what God wants them to become. Don't live a fraction of your life. Don't live just a percentage of your life. No, live fully. God has created us fully. We determine how much of it we will live. And the average person I know is living maybe 10%. When you read the manual, you realize that there's more to you. And this is what we are recommending. And this is what we are pleading with the nations. This is what we are pleading. And for me, I want to get this into schools. If you can help me wherever you are, please help me.
I will.
Yes, we want to get this into communities. Because when I look into the state of young people today, they were not created to be depressed. They were not born by mistake. They were not born to be stressed and commit suicide. We can save 7,000 men from destroying their lives. I go to the prison a lot and I meet men and I cry with them there because they are not created to be there. But like I said, Nana, when you don't put a seed on the right environment, the seed does not grow. So most of the time, the problem is not the seed. The problem is the environment. What books are you reading is an environment. What music are you listening to is an environment. What friends are you keeping is an environment. If you do the study, you realize that you have good friends that are all going somewhere. It's just a matter of time you will go somewhere. You have friends that are all smoking, all drinking, all fornicating. It's just a matter of time you will. That's where peer pressure comes from. And so I pray that pastors listen to me, industrial players listen to me, People, I don't know where you are. Community servants, listen to me. Council workers, listen to me. We'll take this on so that we can save a generation. This is why the last 72 hours, Nana combined, I've not slept for 6 hours. If you put the last 72 hours, but I'm still here functioning. I'm still here. I spoke at a men's conference yesterday. I was in a 6-hour prayer meeting a day before, and I had to prepare for all these and prepare for you. And that means I don't sleep. But when you have a purpose, it is what drives you. Purpose is what gives birth to vision, and not the other way around. And vision is what gives birth to impact. And this is all start with purpose, true purpose. And this is how God has created you. Everybody on earth, you are wired to succeed. You are wired to progress. You are wired to win. I don't know this for a fact. I know this for truth. My whole life, or at least the last 20 years. Nana, you know me when I came into Bradford. So my whole life, it's a whole thing,
on its own.
And the whole book on its own. And I can tell people confidently today, a chunk of my life, some things were taken away from me, but my purpose kept me. God, through his purpose for my life, kept me, if you know me. So there are things that can be taken away from you, and there are things that cannot be taken away from you. Your purpose was given to you by God, not number 10 Downing Street, not the White House, not the company that sacked you. There are some companies, when they sack you, you should thank God, because it's just an opportunity, if you know who you are, to launch into something greater that the world has never seen. And that is what God is waiting for many of us, really, truly. So it's not just Bible, and I'm running away. No, I'm telling you the truth. Genesis 1, he said everything. Nana, let us make man in our image and our likeness. The two words are not the same.
Yeah.
Image has to do with, yes, and I'll let you come in. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much. You are, yes.
My calling is to sing. I mean, it's something I do effortlessly. It's something, even when you wake me up, I can just pick up the microphone.
Yeah.
And and sing. And not just sing any song, but I enjoy being in the presence of God in worship. I live and thrive on worship. I mean, anybody that knows me. And so that is something, it's it's a seed.
Yeah.
That is in me.
Yeah.
But as like with time, I realized that I could do so many things. Even though I could sing, I could talk. But then, I've said this, like several times. I had this fear because, I have this hidden, disability, stuttering and all that. And so that kept me from I would say, like many years from doing this. But then I realized that, and so what? I mean, you stutter, and so what? Nobody, can, at least there should be one person that is different, from the norm. And so today we have the inside view, giving birth to so many, projects in the community, igniting dreams emerge. And then for the first time, we hosted, the first ever boy-child empowerment, conference in the whole of UK. Can you just imagine? It's a calling. And what actually, has gone into it and is still going into all these projects that we are running, it will blow your mind. If you are not called to do this, you give up. You give up. So just like, Pastor Kofi saying, you need to find what drives you, what makes you happy. What makes you, they wake you up. You can just do it.
And that thing,
whether you are being paid or not.
Yeah, and that thing you have to find. That thing you have to find. Let me make that point again. It's not outside, it's inside.
No, it's not outside, yeah.
Yeah. What thing you have to find is inside. People should stop trying to find things outside. They should start finding things inside.
So, yeah.
It's in you. You have been created and wired. That's why I give you examples. The fish does not learn to swim outside. The ability for the fish to swim is inside. We all have a responsibility. This is our responsibility. Our responsibility is what you are saying, Nana, is to find it inside. I always joke around with words, and I make people laugh. Not because I want them to laugh, because I make certain statements that I don't want you to forget. Like I talked about the D's. I talked about some of these things. And now, when you pick the word responsibility, it is two words put together. It's response and ability. When we say you must have responsibility, you are simply trying to tell the person you have an ability, respond to it. When you look at it, my son will say it's not a verb, it's an adjective. Responsible. They teach me English nowadays. And the word responsible is response and able. That means that when we say somebody is responsible, we are saying that that person is able to respond to things that comes into their way. Let us be responsible people. Simply means that there is an ability in you. Find it and respond it. That ability is not out of you. Stop chasing outside. That's why we have a problem here. Everybody is doing accounting, so I'll go and do accounting because it pays very well. I'll go and do a doctor because it pays very well. I'll go and do a car wash because it pays very well. No. Inside. And even if nobody is doing it, you will rise. Follow that D I said? You get to the point of deployment, not employment. The opposite of deployment is employment. The problem we have is the environment, the society we are growing in. Nana, I promise you, every child growing up, as unique and pure as they are, one way or the other, they will tell you what they feel they can do. The environment kills our dreams. That's why I said that when a seed falls on the wrong environment, it does not grow.
Because I mean, now that you've touched on the, on our youth or on our children, can I just ask you this, because teens are naturally driven to seek new experiences.
Yeah.
And that may be the key to helping them develop a sense in life.
Yeah.
And so, I just have two scenarios, because you and I know that not every child gets the opportunity to, to be nurtured, in a good environment. And then we have, children that are, that also have both parents, that are present and also presence, in the lives of their, children. And so, can you, outline some strategies, like in conversation starters that parents can use to start a discussion with their teens about their purpose in life?
Yes, Nana, I will say that every family, I mentioned environment. The first thing every family should do is to create an environment around the home that propels such conversations. Because we lack that environment. The environment should be created. Because like you said, young people would like to drive on, but they don't have the environment that is having these conversations. So every family, if you're a parent, listen to me, even a Christian family, let us not walk with God religiously. It's not a religion. It's a relationship. It's a connection. And this is the mind of God that I'm communicating here. That's why I'm very passionate, because I'm communicating the mind of God. This is how God created you. This is how God has made you. We need to create the environment, because if the seed does not fall on the right environment, it will not grow. So the environment should start at home. What gift are you seeing in your children? Don't pull it down. Because one of the ways that you can fulfill that purpose is through the gift. And the gift is natural gift. There are different types of gifts. There's natural gift. There is acquired gift. And so on. I don't have time for that. It's so deep. But with the question, create an environment at home. Number two, create values at home. When you come into my house, the moment you come out, on my wall are about 8 values. We appreciate God in this house. We appreciate mannerisms. we have to sit down together. We have to grow gift in this house. So when the child is growing, the environment is shaping the child. The values are things that are important. What is a value? It's something that is important, and as a result, we cherish, protect, and live it. So when we create values at home, we create the right environment at home, have conversations like this. That is it. Nana, there's a probability by God's grace, because everyone is born genius. And so when this environment is right, your son, your daughter will begin to demonstrate geniusness. Let us understand the two types of education: character education, personality education. You need both. As a matter of fact, if I'm to stick my head out, and you can knock me for this, you need character education more. Personality education is when you study maths, English, science. Character education is when you discover yourself, learn yourself, know who you are, become like the image of God. Then you can become like the likeness of God. That's why he said from the beginning. So families create environment. Number two, have values that propel conversations and purpose. And then if we can take this into society and community, because the problem is when the children go out, as part of the thing that they can grapple, the environment does not create for this conversation you and I are having. And that's why I'm so serious to take this to schools. Whoever is stopping me, Bradford College, I mentioned your name, I've sent you messages. Let us have this conversation to save the generation. If not, we live in the paradox of progress. We can have food in the restaurant, but our children are running mad. That's the paradox of progress. That's why we mean paradox of progress. One way is as if everything is nice, the street is nice, lights are there, no doom, so no lights out, but we are running crazy. That's the paradox of progress. We need.
I mean, now that you've mentioned,
it's the truth.
That's Pastor Kofi is running a preteen.
Yes. For free.
Workshop on purpose.
Yeah.
This is for free, and so it starts from 12 years, to 19.
Yeah.
And so I'm just urging every parent out there, if you have a preteen, child, please enroll on this course. Pastor Kofi will share more light on this course. I think towards the end of this program, but we'll attach the link to the video, and so when you are able to watch it later, I'll please urge you to click on the link, join this free workshop for your child. You can gift this workshop, to your child for this year, and it will be the best present ever that you have actually given to your child. So please save this video, share this video, and pass it on, like to another family. And it's all about saving lives. It's all about making lives better. It's all about helping people to rediscover themselves. So, Pastor Kofi, we now have a lot of young children in mental homes. You rightly said that our mental institutions, especially for the juveniles, are full. I would say overflowing. So sometimes it's so difficult for people even to get admission into such institutions. And so how can teens find purpose amid mental health crisis? And also how can teenagers quickly discover their passion and purpose in life?
And thank you. And I think we've shared, and every teenager who is listening to us, it starts from here. It starts from where you are. It starts with this. Nana, the way, for me, my true answer to your question is the environment that we can create. And we need to, just the way we create environment to go and watch football. It's like asking, how can we play football? The best way we can have football is to create pitches. Mm-hmm. That will make available for children to go there and play football, because they are children and they are young people. we need to have these conversations. And so for me, if you're a pastor, I've sent what we are doing, I've sent it to many pastors. I've not had a response back. Am I offended? No. But my heart is, if what we are saying is true, that can solve problems for young people with the question you're asking me. For me, it's not even about the young people. It's about we who are mentors in public positions. We that have the pastors, church workers, church leaders. Look at what you are doing, Anna. Do you know that this is going to save somebody? But had you not done it, what are we going to do about it? So it is us parents that should come together and say, hey, what can we do to create environment to help our young people? And if this is true, then we create the environment first. When we build it, they will come. So when this avenue is there, then we can begin to do it. Begin to practically help young people to find themselves, because at the moment it's not out there.
Yeah.
You are thrown into the deep end, and before you realize you don't know who you are. And now there are 6 questions that humankind is begging to ask, and our children are asking these questions, and because they can't find it, they are abusing themselves. 6 questions. Is this question that I'm building for the young people for free. For somebody to register alone is a problem, and I want parents to register, not children.
Register.
Anna?
It's for free. Between the ages of 12 to 19.
I'm asking parents to register, not the child. So you see, the question you ask, it doesn't start with the children, it starts with us. It's as if I have to beg you. I can't beg you. I'm doing what God has given me to do. If you take it, fine. If you don't, no problem, no offense, I'm not offended. But parents, society, industry players, pastors, leaders, shoot. What books are you getting your children to read?
And I think teachers and head teachers, because
teachers. What songs are we playing around the house? What friends are your children bringing home? They are asking questions and they need our help. And let me help you with the 6 questions for free. Number 1, from generation to generation, every human being is asking themselves, who am I? Number 2, why am I here? Number 3, where am I from? Number 4, where am I going? Even you as an adult, you're asking yourself this question. Number 5, what do I want from life? Number 6, what do I have? Failure to answer this question leads to abuse. And this is what our children are. The reason why young people are smoking, drinking, is because they don't know who they are. And if you don't know who you are, you abuse yourself. Every one of us. But if you know that tomorrow you can become a person of importance, your today matters because you know who you are. Who am I? It's a question of identity. Why am I here? Is the question of purpose we are discussing. Where am I from? Is the question of source. That's why I said, if you think that you come from a monkey, you behave like a monkey. If you think that you just happen, you will do things anyhow. If you think that you were created, then you understand that you are designed for something. Yeah. So where am I from? Is source. Number 4, where am I going? Is destiny. Destiny. I'm destined. You don't just wake up and take a bus going to London, do you?
No.
Yes. You don't. You first have to have a purpose in mind. I need to be in London for this program. Then you book the ticket. You don't book the ticket to London only to discover that you are actually going to Scotland. That is purpose. It is here before you make a decision. What do I want from life is vision. And then what do I have is gift. 6 questions. From our great-great-great-grandfather to tomorrow, we are asking ourselves, is the greatest question of the human heart. It's not mathematical. It's not calculus, but it will shape your life. That's why I said that there are 2 forms of education. Not only maths, English, science, biology, but this must be educated to our children. So we need to create this because this is what makes you a human being. We are not human doings. We don't say we are human doings. We say we are human beings. We are not human doings. We are human beings. So what are you becoming? It's not what are you doing. You must be first before you do. Don't be a human doing. Be a human being. And there's a difference.
Wow.
Amen.
Amen. You know, we are gradually coming to the end of our discussion,
Yes.
but we cannot end this discussion without not touching on aligning actions with values and building legacy. So, Pastor Kofi, I mean, you know, many a times I think we get confused with goals and you know, values and you know, purpose. And so, how can we align our goals, values with purpose?
And I will make it very simple for you because of
And
time.
also, you know, just because of time.
Yes, so I can rest a bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, how do we become intentional?
Don't
Legacy?
load me too much. Let's take the first one, and then it will lead. I like your questions. Thank you so much for your excellence, really. And so I want us to, also for listeners to also understand, how do we align your goals again? Yeah, with all of that. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know,
so I wanted
our
to
values
make,
and
yes.
You know, our goals, values with purpose.
Okay, good. So the first one is your purpose. Yeah. First, take this conversation. It's not enough. For those of you who want to see counseling, they have to. But when you understand your purpose, and remember, like I said, again, your purpose is not what you do. Purpose is usually a statement in your life so strong. Yeah. And that's why I started with mine. Mine is helping people to find themselves and to lose themselves to the nations of the earth. You see the statement I've just made?
Yeah.
Good. That is my purpose. You must find it something like yours. Okay? So for instance, mine, out of it, I become a pastor. Because by becoming a pastor, I'll help people to find themselves and lose themselves to the world. I become an entrepreneur. I connect with people on the business side that will help them to. I become an author. So I don't define myself as an author. I am what I said in that statement. And all these things are an angle that is helping me to do it. So find your purpose. That purpose, number two, will give birth to vision. So my purpose is this. My vision is what I can do in the next 5 years. Now, I'm going to break it down. That vision will now give you objective. Objective is, what do I want from life, or what do I want from vision? And my vision is born from purpose. It's connected. With that objective, will give you a strategy. Strategy is, what am I going to do to get what I want? That is why I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a pastor. That's why I'm an entrepreneur, because strategically, I am setting myself, aligning and positioning myself to fulfill the purpose I told you about, helping people to be who God wants them to be, finding themselves and losing it to the world. So there are people in the church today, I've met them buying food. What has coming to church got to do with buying food? Everything for me. Because you think you are coming to buy food, but I think that it's an avenue, a strategy for me to really connect with you, to help you fulfill God's purpose for your life. So the real me is not the food I'm selling or the business I'm operating. The real me is the true purpose that I have, that has given birth to a vision. So purpose give birth to vision. Vision stated, vision has 6 categories. I don't have time for that. Another time. That gives birth to objective. That gives birth to strategy. A strategy that gives birth to tactics and goals. Tactics and goals. So this is where tactically my purpose through vision begins to find foot on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. When you don't have it, and when you close from a job, you'll be on social media, you'll be on TikTok, you watch TV. In the following morning, you say, this job kills, and you keep going. Your tactics must be enveloped by your values. All the things I've just said now must envelop by your values. What do you value? And so you see how I've brought it down to your question.
Yeah.
Then discipline comes in. Discipline means, the word discipline comes from the word disciple. And the word disciple means a learner. So with all these things, when we say somebody is disciplined, that person is a learner. And over time, remember the 5 Ds. He moved from discovery to dominion.
Dominion. Yeah, to dominion. Yeah.
And that dominion is mankind's original mandate that has God given to everyone. So to answer your question, you need to listen to it again, think, and do it. The work of a coach and a mentor is not to change what I've said, but to help you to do what I've said. Because everything I've said, it has to be it has to be done. And the way it is done is when you have somebody behind you. It can be your father, it can be your mother. And this is why we say that create this atmosphere at home and see your children rise effortlessly.
Thank you.
Because they are designed to. Because in creation, God designed them to. So everybody should see their children as genius. They are designed to. Remember the fish and the bird?
Yeah.
The mango tree, the mango fruit, it has the mango seed in it. So what are you working outside to try and create a seed? The seed is in the mango. Enjoy the mango, but plant the seed. So every child is like that seed. Inside him, nations are waiting for that child. Let's not abuse it. And let's not destroy the process. It takes a process. When you abort the process, you destroy the product. Can I say it again? When you abort the process, you destroy the product. So our children will go through a process. They will make mistakes. They will fall. They can rise. But always know that there's a seed of greatness in them. And when we prepare and position them with the values, where the goals comes in, where the tactics comes in from the bottom, to the strategy, to the objective, to the vision, at the very top is the purpose. And then the mandate that is waiting to be fulfilled. For every human being, I can promise you that, Nana.
Great.
So that part of your question answered. The next part.
Yeah, because any time with you, feels like a lifetime. And so
it's beautiful.
it's so beautiful.
God bless you.
So refreshing as well.
God bless you.
How do we become intentional in building a legacy? Discipline.
Number 2, in discipline, you see, I'm going to give you another 5 sets of D's. At the bottom of the D, to really get to the level where you can make impact, and I'm going to give you an example, is what I call download. D for download. Download. The question you ask me is a question of legacy. Mm-hmm. You don't build legacy in 2 weeks. Legacy is built over time. When I mean download, it means you have to be, it's like discovery. You have to download things into your life. You see, you connect to the internet, then you can download things. So we need to be in a position where we download, just like what I'm saying. If you listen to me now, and you go home and you just brush on it, nothing will come. But let somebody who is serious watch this interview 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You begin to download something. This is people who want to make legacy. I'm telling you. I give you 5 Ds. I'm giving you another one. With download come deliverance. You see, when you download what we are saying and you see there is a spirit in man that will tell you that this guy standing here is telling me the truth. I've used birds. Don't be a Christian, but the way the bird fly is natural. See the eagle, how he flies. When the eagle child gets to 12 weeks, I've written on eagles on one of my books. It just dropped the child on the long mountain. It just help it maybe 3, 4 times. When it's afraid and it can't stretch the wings, Then let me help you. Now, let me say this. I studied into eagles. The mother eagle is the one that dropped the baby eagle after 12 weeks of feeding. The father eagle stays on the corner of the mountain watching what the mother is doing. When the mother dropped the eagle, because they want the eagle to fly on his own, and it does not, before it hits the floor, the father eagle will come and pick the baby again and take it back to the mother and go and take the position. It's powerful and beautiful. They will do it to the point where at a point when the eagle drops, within it, he has to discover himself. Something in it tell him, open the wings and fly. And in just a second, it flies because it is designed to. He's not looking for a future out there. The future is already in there. That's how the eagle fly. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount up with wings like eagle. You are compared to the eagle. When you download what I am saying, Nana, it will lead to deliverance. D. You begin your mind. This is how I discovered my mind begin to think. This guy, Miles, it is shaping me. This is not anything. Jesus have done what he's done. Get what I'm telling you. It is in you. You are in. He himself, his life was purposeful. It will lead to deliverance. And deliverance now will lead to discipleship. Legacy. Legacy is not built at the level of download. Legacy is built when you begin to disciple yourself. When you begin to be master in something. So that's why I gave you an example. What I'm talking to you has taken me 20 solid years. And there is still more I'm discovering for myself. My purpose is growing. After 20 solid years, I'm building systems, not just writing books. I have a system for marriage. I have a system for business. I have a system for leadership. I have a system for purpose for over 20 years to 45 years. I have a system for 12 years to 18 years. It did not come yesterday. Neither did it come because I'm praying. It came.
I think that is the problem.
That's the problem. We have that problem.
Many of us don't have the patience.
No.
And also, the discipline to go through the process.
Yes.
And so we are just halfway cooked.
Good.
Not fully cooked.
That's the problem.
But,
including pastors, including business leaders, anything. You see, when God said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish and subdue. Subdue is the level of legacy. There's a difference between rich and wealth. The person who is rich cannot be compared to the person who is wealth. A wealthy man is a man that has systems that can live without him. That's legacy. It's a good man that leaves inheritance for his children's children. That's a legacy statement. And it comes in the way that I'm telling you. Discipleship, discipline, over a period of time will lead to deployment. Again, then finally, it ends on dominion, the level of legacy. So check Joseph's life. You see the process there. Check Daniel's life. You see the process there. Everything I've just told you. Check Nehemiah's life. You see the process there. Check Jesus' life. You see the process there. Check Nelson Mandela's life. You see the process there. Check Martin Luther King's life. You will see the process there. Life is built according to pattern. Life is built according to pattern. And I'll give you an example. Architect will get this properly. When architects design your house and you build your house, and I see Nana's house, I say, Nana, your house is very beautiful. And you say that this is the design. Look at the word I use. This is the design. Nana, if I take the design and give to a builder. And the builder builds according to the same design. What kind of house am I going to have?
You have the same house as mine.
Same house as you. The design fitted Jesus, and so he built. The design fitted Nelson Mandela. The design fitted Moses. The design fitted Martin Luther King. They didn't do the same thing, but the designs are the same. The design fitted Mary Ita. The design fitted Mother Teresa. That design can fit you. So God has designed your life. When you find the design and you also build to the pattern, you will fulfill a life. And this is what we pray for our children, ourselves first, and this generation. My heart goes to the generation. Why is it I'm doing that and not that? Because that is my purpose. And that's how I can fulfill it. One day when I'm gone, I want to be remembered for work that help others to find themselves. Before titles, before positions, before money, God has positioned your life for a purpose. So don't let those things become the main thing. What I'm saying is that let the main thing be the main thing, and let the secondary things be the secondary things. The problem is that the secondary thing is becoming primary and main things, and the main things is becoming the secondary things, and you will struggle. I'm not prophesying evil, but that's how it is. Unless you prove to me that the fish can come to your house, no water, and it stays okay, it will flip. The flipping is a symbol of struggling. But when the moment you put it back into the water, oh God, you see something so beautiful. And this is what God has designed you to. Don't become what you are not. Become what God has created you. And for us in positions, let's help our children. We are creating an environment for them. If you have a 12-year-old, the cost is there or not, like you said. Is it expensive? Yes, I'm paying for it. I have to wake up in the night. What God is doing to me, sometimes I say, God is too much. Because I have to come to the level of a 12-year-old to have this discussion for a 12-year-old. And the way I will have this discussion with adults is different from the way we have it with children. So we have to now come down to the level of children. You can't pay me for it. But one of these children will get to a level and look back and say, there was one Nana Hagan who did something for me. Nana, this is a key to a car. And all the years you didn't get the blessing, God give it to you. David said, I was young and I am now old. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his children begging for bread. That is what it means. When you find purpose and don't put money ahead, but impact ahead, you will never lack. It will take some time. But when you hit that legacy area, Nana, this is how to make legacy. That's the experience I've had. And I'm still having. And I pray for more grace to live and do what God wants me to do. And I know that being on God's payroll is bigger than being on any other man's payroll. Amen.
I mean, thank you so much. We've been doing this consistently. We've crossed 5 years now. Every month, every week, almost every weekend. I'm in your homes, educating and empowering, all that. Whilst people charge for interviews, you've seen me actually do this consistently for 5 years. And anybody or anyone that has actually featured on my show will tell you I've never charged anybody a dime. It's not because maybe I don't need money, but it's something that I just enjoy doing. Shaping lives, transforming mindsets, bringing enlightenment, empowerment. I mean, all that just to make our community a better place. And so Pastor Kofi, we thank you tonight. Thank you so much for this clarity, helping us to find our calling, helping us to live intentionally, and helping us to align our goals, our vision, our just with our purpose, and also helping us to build a legacy. And so, what do you want to say to your fans, to your family, and also what do you want to say to other parents, institutions out there? Just talk about your mentorship and your class for the youth, especially, and also your final words to your family, to your church.
Nana, first is to say thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for creating the environment, the avenue for such an important discussion to be made. Maybe somebody will watch this even 5 years from now. You and I have seen how some stuff done in the past over 5 years, 10 years. Somebody will now call you and say, thank you for this. So thank you for what you are doing. Purpose, meeting purpose, give birth to many, many things. Thank you for everyone. I want to say thank you to my wife, my children, the ministry, New Joy International Gospel Church, that has given me the opportunity to express my God-given dominion mandate and to help and to strengthen many people. What I want to say is talk is cheap. And if you just listen to this and you know that your job is killing you, you know that you've been asking one of the 6 questions that I ask. Go and find it again. It means that God, at every point in time, God speaks to us through nature, through things. Just that we refuse to respond to it, just that the environment we are in really kills our purpose, really, and destroy our dreams. But we are recreating them. We are rediscovering yourself and ourselves and recreating an environment like this. The last 48 hours, I've been having this conversation in different places. And so I want to encourage you. You have to do something about it. And if you now want to do something about it and not just talk, not just go to church, clap your hands, and when you are really something is dying on the inside of you, then we are available. I offer to you coaching. I offer to you books. My books are all around the world. You can get some and read. Beyond the books, if you really feel that you need coaching, you need mentorship, I would strongly recommend to you, come on my mentorship program. I have mentorship on self-development. The free one is for children between 12 and 19. I'm doing it for free because they are young. Money is not the reason. But parents, come on it, register. If you want, get in touch with Nana and get the link. Many of you probably have said it to you. If you have a 12 to 19 years or you know somebody, there's a Life with Purpose Destiny Calling for free. Those over the age of 20, 30, 40, 45, I can take you up to 50. I put that point because so that you can fulfill your purpose. There is a course of mentorship for you. I've done it. It's there. I don't need to be there, but you will benefit from it, and I will be there with a team to support you to find what you are. Those of you who have found themselves, they want to go into business and you need support, there is a coaching for you. Go on my business coaching program and register. The link, you can find it when you get in touch with Nana, or just reply to this video and we'll get directly to you. Those who feel that they want to lead, I have a leadership platform raising the next presidents, the next prime ministers, the next industry leaders that will lead from purpose. There's a training for you to prepare you how to bet a vision, how to work with people, how good leaders lead. A lot that over the last 20 years of experience, I'm beginning to build systems because now I'm thinking legacy. So I want to build a legacy for Christ. That is one of impact, and that's what I've started doing. So if you want to come on it, you can also come on it. And generally, just reach out and let's do it. You are a pastor, you are a leader, your churches, get in touch with us. Where you are not strong, we can come in. Where I'm not strong, I can lay on you and call on you as well. And let's do this to the glory of the living God. Let's change the nations for Christ. Let's build the next generation of sane people, people who are designed, created to go make impact, and let's affect our communities. I want to come to number 10 Downing Street and have this discussion with Keir Starmer or the Home Secretary and get into our schools. Like I said, if you know a school that will accept us, have built systems and practical ways it can go into schools, is excellent, and academically is also there. Colleges, if we really want to help young people, then let's build a balanced education and not just something that will not go any that is not helping and solving a problem, rather a paradox of progress. So thank you, Nana, for listening and for asking and great to be here to share. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Pastor Kofi Amoateng Owusu. Thank you. Oh, we've spent 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours.
Every any time I have Kofi on my show, it's so refreshing.
Yes.
It's nourishing, and so he's loaded.
Yeah.
And a topic like purpose is like brings everything out, in him. So I'm not surprised that we've just clocked 2 hours now. And anyone that has stayed with us up until now, I said thank you. Thank you. Take your time and rewatch this episode, our first episode for the year. And so, before we go, I just want to give you a few tips. Mr. Kofi has said it all. And so I just want to summarize it by giving you a few, tips to find your purpose in life. But first of all, I think if I'm to summarize what he said, it's to search inward. And so by searching inward, it helps you to answer the question, what is my purpose in life? What am I here for? Where am I going to? Search inward. And the second thing is put purpose before goals. You put purpose before goals. And also you focus on what you have. You take ownership of your life. And also examine what already comes easy to you. Develop your own life vision statement. Think about what brings you joy. Write out your story. Take time for yourself. Until I come your way next time, I say thank you and have a blessed week. I love you so much. You take care.
Thank you. Anna.
Bye-bye.
Bye.